Welcome! Today, we're going to dive into the real story behind something you've probably seen in supervillain layers and, also eaten in your fruit salad: acids. We're going to uncover what they really are and figure out why some are so dangerous while others are just plain delicious.
Okay, so let's jump right in by tackling what everyone thinks they know about acids, and honestly, we have Hollywood to thank for most of it.
So when you hear the word acid, does an image kind of like this just pop into your head? Some mad scientist, a beaker full of bubbling, glowing green liquid. It's a really powerful image, for sure, but it is not the whole story, not even close.
And here's where real life just completely separates from the movies. On one side, yeah, you've got the villain's bubbling potion, but on the other side, the sour taste in a perfectly normal, healthy lemon. Turns out, most acids we actually run into are way more like that lemon than the evil green goo.
Yep, that's right. That tangy little bite in an orange, that comes from citric acid. That sharp taste of vinegar you put on your fish and chips, well, that's acetic acid. They are literally all around us, and a lot of them aren't just safe, they're actually essential for our bodies.
So if they're not all these villainous potions, what exactly makes an acid, well, an acid? Let's get to the chemical secret behind that sour pucker.
This kind of says it all. The word acid actually comes from the Latin word for sour. So that puckering, tangy taste you get when you bite into a lemon, that is the acid itself talking directly to your taste buds.
Okay, so at its core, here's what an acid does. When you put it in water, it gives away a tiny little particle called a hydrogen ion. And what's a hydrogen ion? It's basically just a proton. That's why scientists sometimes call acids proton donors. It's their one big trick.
To make this super clear, let's just imagine our acid molecule is this friendly little character. We'll call him Al. And that hydrogen ion, that proton, is his favorite hat, and he is always ready to share it. So let's see this in action. Imagine Al the acid goes for a little swim, and he bumps into his friend Wally the water molecule. What happens next is the key to this whole thing.
True to his nature, Al is a giver. He generously hands his special proton hat right over to Wally. He doesn't need it when he's around a friend who wants it more. And that's it. That simple act of generosity, of donating a proton, is the fundamental definition of an acid. Any molecule that does this when it's in water is officially part of the acid club.
But not all acids are equally generous with their proton hats. And this simple difference in generosity is what separates the strong acids from the weak ones.
The secret to an acid's strength isn't just that it can donate protons. It's about what fraction of its molecules actually do it when they're dissolved in water. Are all of them giving away their hats, or are just a few of them feeling generous?
This chart shows the difference perfectly. A strong acid, like the one that's in your stomach, basically falls apart completely in water, a process scientists call dissociation. This means pretty much 100% of its molecules give away their protons. But then a weak acid, like vinegar, is much more hesitant. Only a small fraction, maybe 10% of its molecules actually share their protons.
And all those donated protons, well, they make a big difference. A strong acid floods the water with protons, making the solution highly reactive. A weak acid only releases a few, so its effect is much milder. And this is the exact reason why you can safely put vinegar on your food, but you definitely wouldn't want to drink the strong acid from your stomach.
Now that we know their secret identity as proton donors, let's go on a little hunt and see where these fascinating molecules are hiding in our everyday lives.
Once you start looking, you'll really see them everywhere. There's citric acid in lemons, acetic acid in vinegar, and carbonic acid is actually what gives soda its fizz. Your own stomach uses powerful hydrochloric acid for digestion. Cars use sulfuric acid in their batteries. And that vitamin C tablet you might take, that's ascorbic acid, and it's vital for keeping you healthy.
Okay, so we've busted the myth that all acids are scary, but, and this is really important, we have to remember that some of them absolutely deserve our respect and a whole lot of caution.
The reason those movie villains use acids is because the strong ones are genuinely powerful. They are incredibly reactive because they release so many protons, and they can cause serious damage to skin, metal, and other materials if they're not handled with proper safety gear.
And this brings us to a critical safety rule for anyone who works with strong acids. You always add the acid to the water, never the other way around. So why is that? Because pouring water into acid can generate a huge amount of heat, like instantly, causing a violent splash of dangerous chemicals. Just remember the little rhyme. Do as you oughta, add acid to water.
All right, let's wrap this up.
If you remember nothing else from this whole explainer, try to remember these 5 key facts about acids.
Number 1, their defining taste is sour. Number 2, their chemical identity is proton giver. That's their job. Number 3, they come in 2 main flavors, strong and weak, and it's all about how many protons they decide to give away. 4, they are absolutely everywhere. And 5, while many are harmless, strong acids are powerful tools that demand caution and respect.
So there you have it. You've now seen behind the curtain, and that whole bubbling green movie myth has been replaced by some really fascinating science. You know that acids are essential, everyday chemicals that are defined by one simple, generous act, giving away a proton. So the real question is, what other scientific concept should we demystify next?